Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk. This is the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Happy New Year, it's 2021 and let's pray for a better year than last. Well, there's been plenty of talking points in the world of women's football since we were last here. Everton manager Willie Kirk has signed a new contract. Claire Esmely joined the club permanently. Tottenham Hotspur confirmed the permanent signings of Alana Kennedy and Shalina Zadorsky after they were initially on loan, but their deals have been made permanent. Birmingham City have confirmed the signing of Vitriki Sari from Sheffield United. And there has been a lot to do with the COVID stuff as well, which we'll get onto shortly. Arsenal have confirmed the signing or re-signing of Anna Patten after she spent the last 4 years over in the United States. So that's a good signing for the Gunners and Joe Montemurro's side. England manager Phil Neville is wanted by MLS side Inter Miami, so if he does leave between now and the end of his contract, if England were to play any friendlies, obviously someone else would lead them, and there's still some confusion over who would lead the team into the Olympics. If he doesn't take the job, he would obviously lead them. However, if he does leave, there's no confirmation of who would take over. Wolfsburg's young playmaker Lena Oberdorf has signed a contract extension with the club until 2024. That's great news for Wolfsburg, and she's an incredibly talented player, and it should definitely be one to watch in the future. There was a little weird moment just before the new year was brought in. Swedish side Göteborg had previously announced that they weren't going to come back for the next season in the Swedish league, and that they had folded their women's team completely, but within the space of a week they have decided to come back for the new year and continue playing as a women's team as well as in the Champions League. What else have we had? The W League in Australia has kicked off. We've had some 2 match days, as far as I'm aware, that have been played now. Alex Morgan of the United States has announced she has coronavirus. She tested positive while she was back in California for the Christmas holidays. Obviously, she has since left Tottenham Hotspur. So we wish her and her family a speedy recovery from that. And yeah, I think that's a lot of the news. So, just short roundup news. So, it was a historic week at Barcelona Femení, as they played their first game at the Camp Nou in 50 years, and this time it was a competitive game. They beat Espanyol 5-0, goals from Alexi Putellas, Marta Torrejon, Lieke Martens, Anna Koronovic, and Melanie Serrano gave the side a 5-0 victory in what was an historic day, and it was great to see Barcelona women play at the Camp Nou for the first time and it be in a competitive reign of form. So hopefully we get to have them play more at the Camp Nou in the future. Obviously, we talk about the WSL here, and there's been a lot happen in the recent times. So, there's been 2 games postponed due to COVID, and they are the Saturday games, which would have seen Arsenal play Aston Villa and Manchester City play West Ham due to a number of positive cases in the Arsenal team and the Manchester City team, which I'm just going to talk about briefly because I don't want to get into it too much, but basically there's a set of players from both sets of teams that is said to have travelled to Dubai over the Christmas period, and since returning from Dubai have tested positive for coronavirus. So it's very stupid and selfish of them players to have gone to Dubai in the first place when it was clearly stated that they shouldn't be travelling to there to put themselves in danger and the players around them in danger as well. And what also makes the factor stupid as well is other teams in the WSL have had to play when they've had players that have had COVID. Obviously the COVID players not played, but their games still go ahead. So the fact that Manchester City and Arsenal have been given the benefit of it to be postponed for a later date is ridiculous in my eyes, and a lot of people are, from what I'm reading online, very annoyed and disappointed at the players. There hasn't been any confirmed player. The players haven't been confirmed. The only player that we do 100% know that was in Dubai at the time was Katie McCabe of Arsenal. However, she has returned a negative PCR COVID test, but we don't know who the players are that have returned positive tests. So, whilst we wish them a speedy recovery with it, it is very silly and inconsiderate of them. Speaking of West Ham, they also announced their manager after Matt Beard left the Hammers earlier on this season after a poor run of form. They have since appointed I've forgotten his name, Ollie Harder, as the manager on a 2-3 year contract. So that is good news for West Ham to have a manager quick and through the door at West Ham. Elsewhere, we have games actually to look forward to, unless they get called off in the last minute, and they are all going to be taking place on Sunday. So they are Everton versus Manchester United at 12 o'clock on the FA Player. Casey Stoney's side will be hoping to start off the new year with a win and continue their great form this season. It has now gone over a calendar year since they last lost a league game in the WSL, and will be hoping to start 2021 on the right foot. However, Willie Kirk's side will be hoping to put a dent in their title charge and put a closer challenge to Manchester City and Chelsea. Next up sees Bristol City welcome Brighton and Hove Albion to Twerton Park Stadium at 2 o'clock. Bristol City will be hoping to get their first win of the season, whilst Brighton will be hoping to move up the table and put some pressure on those mid-table teams that are just slightly above them. Then we have Reading versus Chelsea at 2 o'clock as well on the FA Player. Who knows whether new signing Zakira Musovic will be in goal for Chelsea, though I'm not too sure whether Emma Hayes will make many changes to that side. Chelsea with a win would go above Arsenal, because Arsenal obviously not playing this weekend, and a win for Reading would move them above Everton if Everton were to lose to Manchester United. And finally, Tottenham play Birmingham City. Again, it's a game that's got to have a lot of implications and interesting battle towards the bottom half of the WSL. Right, so that is all we have time for today. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and we'll be back at the start of next week to review all the WSL fixtures and anything else. Until then, see you soon.